In this video, I want to talk about why I don't like sit-ups and what you should be doing instead. Thanks for checking out our channel. If you're new here, my name's John. I'm the head therapist here at John W Sports Injury. And here at this channel, we want to help you understand your body, reduce your pain, and ultimately achieve your goals. So today I want to talk about the sit-ups. Now, before I dive into this, don't get me wrong, I get it. We all want that toned stomach. We all catch pictures of others with those ripped abs and things. And of course this is appealing. So what do we tend to do when we want these things? Well, we turn to sit-ups. Sit-ups are a thing to develop stomach muscles. It's what we've done since day dot. It's what we all did as kids. It's what we've all considered to be stomach developing muscles. Well, I'm not against developing that stomach or ultimately developing your core strength. Of course I'm for that. But I want to talk about 3 reasons why sit-ups can be problematic for you and what you should be doing instead. So, firstly, why I don't like sit-ups, and the main reason is it creates excessive pressure at the lumbar spine. Why does this happen? Well, if we talk about the spine, when we go through a sit-up, what we're doing is we're doing flexion of the spine, and it creates a lot of excessive flexion. And what research has shown is that this position of being into a sit-up position actually creates about double the amount of pressure that we want on our spine, and in particular on those discs in that lower back area. So it stands to reason that if we're doing this on repetition and we're doing this regularly, by constantly increasing that pressure, it can very much lead to lower back issues. And particularly if you're someone who already suffers with back pain and then perhaps thinking, well, I need to develop my core strength, then what we need to make sure that we're doing is not creating excessive pressure in that area, so we don't want to be doing sit-ups. And it's not just the lower back that can create excessive pressure when doing a sit-up. So my second reason why I don't think you should be doing sit-ups is that it can create excessive pressure of the neck. Particularly if we think back when I was a child and when I first started doing sit-ups in PE or whatever at school, we kind of put our hands behind our head, and what we look to do is really sort of pull in those sit-ups, and particularly when we got to those last few repetitions, a lot of the movement came from the neck. So not only doing the sit-up are we creating this excessive pressure in the lumbar spine, but now we're putting problems into our neck as well. Excessive pressure at the neck, excessive pressure on the discs, and all these things can create a problem for your long-term spinal health. The third reason why I don't think you should be doing sit-ups is it leads to this changes in posture, this flexion addicted society that if you've seen some of my other content, it's a phrase I use a lot. We love to try and be in flexion when we're designed to be upright and moving around. If we think of our initial design as the hunter-gatherer, but then we think of perhaps people who over time develop this hunched posture where we're really developing tight flexor muscles, front muscles, and weak back muscles. So if we do a lot of these sit-ups and only do sit-ups, yes, we may develop some stomach strength, but what we do is we shorten those muscles, and over time that leads then to a postural change, and these back muscles become weak, underutilized, and again, by doing excessive sit-ups, we then leave ourselves predisposed to some back-related issues. So what should you be doing instead? Well, this again, a topic in itself, because there's so many things that you can be doing to actually develop this stomach strength, but without causing these lower back pains. If we think about the sit-up, we could just twist this exercise and do what I term a reverse sit-up. Now, in a reverse sit-up, what we do is we lay with our back flat on the floor, and you can have your back supported if you're someone who suffers with lower back pain. But here what we're looking to do is bring our knees towards our chest. So rather than our chest towards the knee, what we do by doing a reverse sit-up is that we're able to keep our spine supported. So it's a much better way of getting that stomach contraction, but without creating that excessive spinal flexion and that excessive pressure in the lower back. And really, there's a huge amount of variety of exercises that you can do here. What I'm going to do at the end of this video is link to a video where actually I go through various exercises that you can be doing to develop your six-pack, but without actually putting too much pressure on that lower back and damaging your long-term spinal health. But the other thing to consider as well, if you're someone who's looking to develop your core, or ultimately, if we're looking materialistic and we want to develop that stomach, that six-pack area, there's multiple muscles that we need to work on to contribute to that. And as a result, there's multiple exercises that we can do. And we want to try and working in multiple directions as well. So what I would encourage you to do, if you do want to develop your stomach muscles, is throw the sit-ups out of the window. Don't throw the six-pack out the window. That is definitely still achievable. But what you want to be doing is finding a detailed program that doesn't create excessive flexion on the spine in order to develop this, because it can definitely be achieved. You can definitely develop stomach strength without compromising that spine. And don't forget, for everything that we do as forward movement, we want to be doing the same as an extension movement. So don't forget those back muscles, because you don't want those to lead to a muscular imbalance because you're only working on the front. I hope this has been helpful. Have you got any exercises that you do to develop your stomach muscles but that don't cause pressure on your lower spine? Drop those in the comments, because I'd love to hear from them. And if you would like to speak to us in more detail, please do feel free to reach out to us. But if you found this to be helpful, and actually if you're someone who wants to develop your stomach muscles without developing or putting your spinal health at risk, then hit that like button, because that shows me this is the sort of content that you want to be seeing, and it also allows others to see this video. And if you have enjoyed this content and you haven't subscribed, then you want to subscribe to this channel, because I'm looking to keep you updated with as many videos as I can to help you understand your body, reduce your pain, and overall hit your goals. Now you'll see there's the video with some exercises on how to develop your six-pack muscles without damaging your back.